That's a jamming track you got there, Hack.
Yeah. What's up, gang?
Oh, we've lost Hack's audio. He forgot to unmute himself. Hack, unmute yourself, bro.
Hey! Did you forget the audio processing? Because it sounded like it was underwater.
No, audio processing was disabled, and now it is re-enabled.
No echo.
Better out there.
Echo.
It sounded good in my ear, but good Lord, it's StreamYard and YouTube and the internet, and who freaking knows?
Oh, it's a shame because it sounds so kick-ass. I just wish everybody got the full effect, you know? But hey,
I got the full-on effect, man.
there you go. So how you guys doing?
Ladies, we're doing great. It's the Live Wires with the Guitar Hack and my buddy Dave and Brian S. What's going on, everybody?
So,
Monday night. What's happening?
Monday night. It's a holiday for us Canadians. Queen Victoria Day.
Oh, really? Now, is she Elizabeth's grandma or mommy?
Something
Victoria or grandma? Well, if you don't know, I sure as hell don't know.
I don't know nothing. I just live here.
Victoria was, that's why they call it the Victorian era.
Oh, there you go.
You go buy antique furniture that's from the Victorian era.
Ah,
right?
I hear you.
Hey, man, that's a good queen when you get a whole era named after you.
Right?
Shall we say hello to the folks? We got 17 in here right now.
Knock it out, man.
All right, here we go. We got James Severns in the house. Hey, James, Music Therapy Laz, how are you? Zach Thong is here. The original Paramutant, not the fake one. The original one is in here. Nice to see that. Zach Thong.
The unauthentic Paramutant.
The authentic Paramutant, that's right. Jeff Miller. Got our buddy Bruce in the house. Nice to see you. Great. Gur is in here. How are you? Frank C. Cool. Nice to see you. Rick Hefner. Who else we got? The great Vanzini is in the house.
Great Vanzini.
Noise with
Sounds like a magician in Vegas.
Noise with Namis, a.k.a. Chuck Booth is with us. Dan of New Jersey is with us. There's our buddy Don, 2 3/4 jams. Tim Seymour is here. And there's the first jump of the day. All right, we got Daniel Horsley. Guitar Meets Science. Hey, Jimmy. We got Lars Guitars, Headstock, Harem, Dale Palmer. And there's our buddy R2. Hey, how's everybody doing?
R2.
You guys are all doing great on this fine Monday evening.
We got double mods, man. You guys better stay in line. That's all I got to say. Gunslingers, man. We got gunslinger. Oh, we got 3 mods. Oh my goodness, there's
wow. Behavior tonight.
Got 6-3 Brian in here.
It's like bringing the Hells Angels into Altamont.
Someone's getting stabbed.
Someone's getting stabbed with a beer bottle.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Somebody's picking to get shanked.
Try not to get stabbed on the show, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
that would
right.
be tragic. That would kill our ratings. Or
Right.
maybe the ratings would go up.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
It could go either way. It could totally go either way. Well, guys, you wanna move on into the first segment of the night?
Do it.
Ready to do it? So we're gonna jump right on into the Red Hots. Dave has prepared some goodies for us tonight, and got a nice little Charvel for you boys and girls.
This comes to us from our friends at Zounds. So this is a Pro Mod Demas style Floyd Rose. This is a scratch and dent. They have one available. It's $659.95 with free shipping to your door in 2 days.
Nice. I bet that ain't 2 days.
Chlorine finish. So we got a quilt top there. Nice bright maple fretboard and neck.
Floyd
Rose. We've got a 59 in the neck. Seymour Duncan 59 in the neck, and a Trimbucker JB in the bridge.
That's a nice guitar, man. I like that.
It is a nice guitar. So listen, that's the scratch and dent. What's the regular price? Here's
They're
the
like 150. It's like $150 off, or $250
yes.
off.
So like 900 and they don't even have any. And then, or 660 and you can have it in 2 days.
Yeah.
You know what I wish Charvel would do? Go back to something other than the Fender headstock, man. I would be so into the modern Charvels if they had that old school Jackson style headstock on them, right?
But Jackson has the Jackson style headstock.
Yeah, and he don't want to give it up.
Guitar is
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Fender owns Fender. It's Fender, Jackson, and Charvel. So
you think they could? Yeah, can't we all get along?
It's all the same company.
Yeah, and then you got ESPs from back in the day with Jackson headstocks on them too.
Yeah.
You know, that guitar is exactly like, it's the blue version of the Pro Dinky that I had, the Jackson Pro Dinky. It's the same guitar.
Yeah.
Same pickup, same everything.
Mm-hmm.
Same
Just
thing.
upgraded top and, you know, a little bit better appointments probably than the Dinky, right?
No, nice guitar, man.
Well, the Dinky, all the Dinky is just a smaller body.
That's it. Yeah.
There's Quentin. Hey, Quentin, is your wallet burning? Because there's your Floyd guitar right there, buddy.
They're Floyd under $700, brand new. It's so anyway. So there you go. There's
all right. Let me get the next one.
It is a Floyd 2000.
Floyd 2000. Okay,
2000
I got you.
series, yeah.
All right.
So.
Okay, let me get the next one here. Elite Series, baby.
Yeah, so this one comes to us from Musician's Friend, and I think pretty much everybody now is got these on sale for around the same price, but you're about $350 off a brand new, and these are brand new guitars. So this is the HSS Shawbucker Strat, where the volume knob is in the wrong place, and there's a useless tone knob.
Yes, sir.
But it has an ebony fretboard.
Send your emails to Dave this week.
So it's should be an alder body, maple neck, rosewood fretboard. It is a compound radius. So it says on the fretboard. I'm not sure, probably 9.5 to 12 or something of that nature. I'm not 100% sure on that, but or 9.5 to 14 or 16. I don't know. Doesn't say. But anyway, 5-way switch. You know, standard kind of Strat stuff.
Got locking tuners on there.
Yep.
I like it. I like the white with the tortoise shell.
Yeah.
I do too. I like the pearlescent Olympic white, man. That kind of gives it a little bit of pop, man. It makes it look it makes it look classy.
It's nice.
I mean, you know, they're offering these in other colors too. But this one, the white one, the Olympic Pearl was the nicest one in my opinion.
So this one's at Musician's Friend, also free shipping. $30 a month for 48 months.
Yeah.
There you go. Sign me up.
48-month financing through Synchrony Bank.
You can even lease it. Never heard of leasing a guitar, but whatever you got to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That one's cool. I like that color.
So there's that. Right. And finally,
let's see. What do we have next? We got something with a G on the headstock. Imagine that.
There you go.
But
that hardly ever happens on this show.
This is an Explorer, not your Les Paul. So anyway, this is Explorer. You're looking at mahogany body, mahogany neck, rosewood fretboard, 12-inch radius, Graphtec nut. This one is scratch and dent, or it's blemished. It says. So it's about let's see, what's the regular price on this? I can't get it to show up. So it's about $200 off.
$200 off.
$14.99.
Yeah.
For the anyway. So save yourself a couple $100. This does have the Burstbucker 2 and 3 pickup.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the The one that looks like maybe the blemished one. So the blemished one must have sold today, Dave.
Oh, must have.
When I click on it, it doesn't take me there. It takes me back. So that's why the price is. So this is the regular price one. This is a brand new one.
Regular price. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Somebody bought it. I mean, it was, like you said, it was what they say. It was $14.69 on the dollar. So it's $200 off. You were right. Yeah.
So it's $250 off. So, yeah, which I say is a pretty killer deal for a brand new Explorer.
1,700 is not exactly a really bad deal.
No,
that's actually a pretty good price for that guitar. I think brand new.
It's a lot of guitar for,
right where it needs to be.
Yep.
All right, boys and girls, that did it for tonight on that segment. The Red Hots, everybody. Thank you very much, Dave. Well done. If I was going to buy a Stratocaster, although it defeats the purpose for me to buy another humbucker in the bridge guitar. If I was going to get a Strat, it would have to be, single. Yeah, I mean, right. Golf clap. Quentin said golf clap. We got at least one guitar in there for you tonight, Quentin. I don't know what else we can do for you there, bro.
Trying, man. I'm trying.
Gonna do all we got to do, right?
Yep.
All right, we're moving on to the next segment of the show, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be our new Louder Than Hell segment. And this week we're going to do a little voodoo for you. Do a little voodoo. So, Hack, why don't you give us a rundown, and I'll get set up to play your video.
All right, so this is a monster riff off of the Mob Rules record. My favorite Black Sabbath record with Dio. I know it's blasphemy, but Dio was my favorite version of Sabbath. Anyway, here's the riff in case you ever wanted to learn how to play voodoo.
Here we go.
No audio, Brian.
Technical audio.
Technical problems.
Jesus, this freaking StreamYard freaking thing's on my last nerve. All right, let me try again. Do we have echo? At least we don't have any echo. We got that going for us. How about now?
Hey, folks, hope you're doing well. This week on Riff of the Week, I give you one of my favorites, Tony Iommi, Black Sabbath. I give you Voodoo. By the way, your guitar has to be tuned to E flat. All right, check it out. All right, so the whole riff is played out of this box, the pentatonic box in the 5th position. So, okay, so to start the riff, you hit the open D, then you press the 5th fret of the D string and the 5th fret of the G string. So your first 3 notes are going to be open, 5, 5 on the G. And you go back to the D again. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the D. And that's the intro for all the riffs in the song. So they all start off with that. So it's, and then you chug on the open A. Okay, so we have, and then the first part of the riff is you play the D and G on the 5th fret. You play those two together, and then you play 7th fret on the G and 8th fret on the B string. So we have, so putting that all together, we have, and that's the first half of the riff. Second half of the riff, again, you play the So you started with the. This time you play D and G string 7th fret together, and you walk that down to D and G string 5th fret together, and then you play just the 7th fret on the D string with the open A together. So we have. So if we put what we have together so far, we have this. And then the third part of the riff is like the first one. So the third part of the riff is like almost a repeat of the first one. The only difference is you're going to play. First, you're going to play the 7th on the G and the 8th on the B. And then you're going to play the 5, D, and G, and then end it with the open A and the 7th fret of the D. All right, let's put that all together. Voodoo. Iommi rules. All right, so here it is all together. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next week on Riff of the Week. Cheers.
Rock on, man.
Sweet.
Good job, Hack.
Iommi, man. Friggin'
good lesson.
Riff maker. Love Iommi.
That looked doable to me.
Yeah, it's all A pentatonic. It's all
Yeah,
it is.
I could hang some of that.
There you go.
I could hack that up.
That's already been done. You got to do better now.
Yeah. That's my goal in life. Be as good as the hack. You got a long way to go.
You got a
short time to get there.
You got
short time to get there. Absolutely, man. I'm telling you, boys. I'm gonna make a little sponsor-related announcement. We have to get these guys on board. This is below the top shelf. This stuff ain't too bad, Dave. If you might want to look for a little Boone County, It's 94. It's a little hot.
Okay.
It's a little hot. It's a little warm around the edges, but flavor's good. If you like that burnt oak flavor, burnt oak for the win.
All right.
All right. Well, we're moving right on. We are moving into the next deal here, Hack. So you're up again. We're going to do Hack's dancing on gas. So what are you gassing for this week, Hack?
All right. So for this week, I'm looking at a Pro Mod, a Charvel Pro Mod DK24 humbucker single caramelized maple fingerboard in primer gray. Now,
I like that primer gray, man.
Yeah, the primer gray looks sweet. I mean, this is just a straight out rock machine. It's got everything that you need. It's got the trem on it. I love the roasted maple neck look on it. It's got, and it's got really nice tones. I've played these before. I really dig these. These remind me a lot of those EVH guitars, if you remember the ones we saw at NAMM.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very similar guitar. So the pickups in this one, let's see here. We've got a Seymour Duncan full shred SH10B is the bridge. There's a Seymour Duncan custom flat Strat SSL middle pickup and a Seymour Duncan custom flat SSL in the neck. So you could get a lot of different tones on this. I mean, it's just a rock machine. And I love Charvels. I love them because they're super comfortable. You see that's got the cutaway for the arm. It's got a belly cut. I mean, that's just a guitar you could put around your neck and you could just rock out on it. It's just plain and simple. You know what I mean? Straightforward guitar, man.
By the way, the SSLs are great single coils.
Right. Yeah.
If you're not aware of them, they're super, super good sounding single coils.
And you get a variety of sounds because it's a 5-position switch, right? So you can get your stratty tones, you can get your nice clean tones, but when you want to rock out, it's there in spades, man.
Also, it depends on how the humbucker is wired, because you can wire a humbucker in the second position to automatically split, so you actually do get that second position strat. And it is wired that way. So if you see,
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, yeah.
It is wired that way. So it splits in position. Oh, position 3 gives you the neck and the bridge. Ooh.
It's sweet, man.
Ooh, very nice. So you don't get the middle pickup by itself.
No, you don't.
3. So
yeah,
that's actually pretty damn clever right there, boys and girls.
That's nice, man.
I like the gray. I like the gray.
I love the gray.
7-way mod.
You know, one thing I noticed right off the bat, the conveniently placed away from the pickup area
volume knob. Yes,
right.
Correctly placed.
And all you need is a volume and a tone, man. That's it. It's spare bones, stripped down.
Really, all you need is a volume.
Really,
you don't even need that.
You know. And I really did. I always want. I've always wanted for a while. Is a nice roasted neck like that. Like that just looks so nice, man. And they're comfortable as hell.
So it is the dinky body shape. You mentioned dinky. Your dinky, same body shape.
I love the dinkies, man. They're great guitars.
It's the dinky. I think is like 7/8 the size of like a regular Strat body style. It's just slightly smaller.
Just slightly, yeah. It's not a big difference, but it's a great guitar.
Gotoh bridge and Graphtec nut.
There you go.
It's fairly well appointed, and it has Luma dots.
Lumalays
on the side of the neck.
There you go. So you can
luminescent dots. So when you're gigging hack, you can see your dots in the dark. Yeah, in case you get lost.
I like a guitar like that. I could do a whole show, no problem. No problem.
Well, rock on.
Yeah. Anyway,
so you're gonna when you get your COVID check, you're gonna order it.
No, my next guitar is gonna be. You guys know what it's gonna be if it ever shows up, but that's what it's gonna be. I'm storing my nuts right now.
You're storing your nuts. You're
storing my nuts.
Saving them up for winter already.
Saving them up. That's right.
Saving them up for winter. Alrighty. Okay. Well, we're gonna have another guitar segment that has similar body shape.
James Severin.
Right. So it's pretty much time for what James says, stop pulling my dinky.
That's right.
Get your hands off my dinky. Nuts. Somebody said nuts.
That's right.
Brian's excited because
it's happy
we're getting ready. We're getting ready to have everybody's favorite segment. Not everybody's. This week, your emails go to Dave. So it's time for Happy Time Strat of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
Bring them on. I have a delete button.
Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, motorcycles are everywhere. So, watch what you're doing. Be safe. Oh, tell me you got audio. Do you have audio?
Yeah, no.
Jesus effing.
One more.
I'm gonna write a letter to StreamYard, and it's not gonna be nice.
There we go.
Welcome, boys and girls, to another Happy Time Strat of the Week. Spring has sprung, and motorcycles are everywhere. If you are a two-wheel fanatic, boy, do we have a Strat for you this week. Check this one out. She's a 1993 90th anniversary Harley-Davidson Strat, and she's only $50,000. This one comes to us from our fine friends at the Fender Custom Shop, and boy, is it shiny. Really, there is only one decision. Do I scoop this deal up before someone else does, or do I buy 3 brand new Harley-Davidson motorcycles instead with some money left over for a 6-pack of Old Milwaukee? Decisions. Before you decide, let's delve into the details of this stratosphere-priced Stratocaster. As you can see, the shapely Strat body is entirely chrome-plated to match the bling on your bike. The body is made from Fender's exclusive tone aluminum. And if that wasn't enough metal for your pedal, so is the pickguard that features the Harley logo inlaid in gold. Wow! Harley-Davidson is blazingly engraved across the top of the body, so no one mistakes it for one of those rice burners. And of course, all the hardware is gold-plated, because why wouldn't it be? I know you've probably already got wood by now, but let's talk about the bird's eye maple wood used for the neck and the flying Harley wings on the headstock, complete with a real diamond in the Fender Custom Shop logo. Talk about rock hard. Plus, this Harley rumbles, but never needs a tune-up. She's got locking tuners. What will they think of next? Your mileage may vary. The ebony fretboard is adorned with Harley's 90th anniversary inlay at the 12th fret, so you don't get lost on your way to Sturgis. And you get stainless steel frets, so you don't have to worry about riding them too hard. This one is 007 Bond, James Bond, out of the 109 made, only 40 of which rode into the U.S. market. To complete this Easy Rider madness, you also get all of the case candy, a leather gig bag, a flight case, and the certificate of authenticity. All this for just $50,000. The race is on. Who will cross the line first? Vroom, vroom. Sadly, boys and girls, that brings us to the end of this week's Happy Time Strat. But we'll be back next week with a Strat that's even happier. Until then, stay happy.
That was awesome.
Yep. 16 Brian, that's all you, brother.
How do you like my theme music? Do you like that theme music?
That's
Yeah, theme music's good, man.
I think it fits right in, don't you?
It was only what, $450 shipping on that?
Yeah. So only 50,450, and you know, I bet if you called the guy up, you could probably get him to knock that shipping off.
Yeah.
You could probably get him to come down to 45,000 free shipping.
Probably.
Crowbar says the guitar leaks.
Leak oil.
It's a panhead. Oh my God.
On a hot day, it'll overheat.
You're stuck on the side of the road with your Strat.
No, it's not going to work for 16 Brian. He's looking for a BMW Strat now.
He needs a BMW Strat. Oh, we'll have that next week.
Hey, it was 007.
I promise you there is a BMW Strat out there somewhere.
Well, I'm sure.
Evan rides BMW Strats.
So, nobody mistakes her for one of those rice burners.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Buy button.
Yeah.
That has to be a pre-recorded bit because there's no way I could do that live without breaking up in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I'd go all Tim Conway in the middle of the bit.
Right.
It would never work. It would never work. All right, moving along. Moving along. Before we get in any more trouble. All in the name of rock history, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
it's time for some history.
it is a short one this week because I'm just going to be honest with you. This week was kind of boring. There weren't
boring
any,
week. The boring week in history.
just not every week's chock full of cool stuff. And I think Six String Brian kind of covered the first one already, but we'll go ahead and just rehash it real quick.
Well, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
May 17th, 2017, so 3 years ago. After performing with Soundgarden in Detroit, Chris Cornell was found dead from an apparent suicide at the age of 52. Rest in peace, Chris Cornell. We miss you, buddy.
Yeah.
That's like my age or a little bit younger, but just a couple of years, right. Man. What the hell are you doing killing yourself for, dude? That was about stupid.
Agreed.
Don't be killing yourself. He always had that cool olive drab flat. What is it? A 339 with the Bigsby on it.
That's a signature model.
Yeah, I believe it's a 335.
Yeah, 335. Yeah.
Cool.
Courtney did it.
Yeah. Courtney did it. Though we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, that's a custom he's got there in the top left picture. It's a Les Paul.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's got a black custom and some kind of might even be a Gibson acoustic down there on the right. Can't really tell. Too small a picture.
Hard to tell. Gibson.
That was him young. That was a younger photo I found of him when he was like in his 20 years old or something.
Right. Yeah.
So, all right. Too bad. It's a shame, man. He was super mega talented. Super talented.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
May 19th. Back in 1945, this gentleman here, as we know him, Pete Townsend, was born in Cheswick, West London, at the Cheswick Hospital. I'm not even gonna. Anyway, he came from a musical family. His father, Cliff Townsend, was a professional alto saxophonist, and
I didn't know that,
in the Royal Air Force's dance band. And his mother was a singer with the Sydney Torch and Les Douglas orchestras. So, guy came from a musical family and tore the world up playing guitar.
Cool.
He was kind of the originator of the smashing of the gear on stage and the windmill.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the windmill. Yep.
Right.
I
saw those guys in Cincinnati a few years ago, and it's actually probably the same tour because that background behind him looks very familiar. In fact, the very first video on my YouTube channel is a clip, Baba O'Reilly from that concert that I put on YouTube.
I saw it last October, and
was the sound good? Because the sound was when I saw him, it was the best sounding concert I have ever been to. Their sound was amazing.
They had a mini orchestra on stage with them. It was amazing. And you know what? This guy is, I think, an underrated player, because if you go back and you listen to Live at Leeds, they're playing like all of Tommy. I mean, it's three guys, and all the shit that this guy's pulling out of a guitar is just unbelievable.
They were supposed to go back to Cincinnati this summer and play the anniversary concert of the big tragedy, and now I suppose that's going to be on hold because of the virus and everything. But
yeah,
they hadn't been back there since that. But I saw them in Louisville at the brand new arena they have there. Man, it was great. I'd see them if they come around and you haven't seen them. Bucket list band right there.
Go see the Who.
See the Who. Next one, Dave.
All right. So, as we know, I've kind of made a little bit of a thing out of this. So
now what? Oh, Jesus, Keith, what'd you do? What'd you do now, Keith?
May 19th, back in 1976. So to round out the week, with more antics from the ever graceful Keith Richards. Like I said, 1976, today, back in 1976. Keith crashed his car near Newport, Bagnelly, Buckinghamshire, England. Yes. After falling asleep at the wheel.
Sure.
So
you mean after passing out at the wheel?
marijuana and cocaine were found in the car,
Really?
Imagine that.
resulting in another fine. Another fine, right?
The Bobbies planted that for sure because Keith never had any of that stuff.
Right. So, Keith, white over green in this situation. White over green. Okay.
White over green.
Green is sleepy time. White is keep you up.
Guess he's got it confused.
He got him a little confused. It's okay.
Hey, Hack, when you gig, does the top of your amp look to have a bottle of Jack and 2 bottles of cans of Coors and a Coke on it?
No, it's not a bar.
So,
Keith.
I have a question. Is Keith really a human? And
No,
he's not
totally an alien.
No, are we sure he's not some cat running around in a human suit?
He's like Edgar on freaking Men in Black.
Right.
He's a big giant roach in a Keith suit. It's Keith skin.
The lotion on its skin.
Oh no.
I don't know, man.
So you guys want to hear another Keith Falls Down story?
Not yet. No. Unless it happens.
It happened. It didn't happen this week, but it did happen in the recent past. So in their most recent tour, they played at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the infield. They like set it up like, because Indy's huge, right? And that's where they did the concert in Indianapolis. Like they played here in the Ohio State Buckeyes football stadium, like seats 100,000 people, right? I mean, I was there. They were like ants way over there. Right. So they're playing at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and one of my buddies that I used to drive limousines with is made a very successful career out of it. And he was driving the Stones that night, but he had to park a distance away from the stage, and then they rode over to the stage in a golf cart. And after the show, they were coming down the stairs from the stage, and guess who freaking took a nosedive? And they come running over like, get the van, come on, you got to drive over there, we can't get him in the golf cart. Keith bit the dust in some gravel, tore himself all up. Skinned his knees and his elbows and everything else.
That wouldn't be a celebrity death match. Keith would fall over, trip over something, fall out of something, fall off of something, or before he even got through the crowd.
Who's he want to have celebrity death match with? Because I'd watch that. No, come on. That's not a fair fight.
Come on, man. Chuck Norris.
That's like putting a Les Paul in there with a Strat. Come on.
The only way you make that a fair fight is if you put some cocaine and heroin on each of the ring posts.
Well, there you go. Right. On the other side.
Right.
If you could get over there, you can have it.
Right.
It's like Keith can't die.
No.
Oh.
Oh, crowbar.
Goodness friggin' gracious. All right. That's the end of Keith. That's enough Keith until next week anyway. When Keith will again fall down, wreck, fall off a tree, almost drown. There'll be something.
There'll be something.
Yeah, we've only made it up to like 1972. We still go.
No, I mean, so like the last 3 weeks, I've found a Keith bit, right, where Keith has done something stupid or fallen, fell out of a palm tree, fell off a chair, wrecked his car because he got
arrested with cocaine.
I'm sure we can maybe we'll find something next week. Stay tuned and find out.
There you go.
You never know. You never know what might happen. All right, we're gonna move on. We're moving on, ladies and gentlemen, and this is we're going to go from one rant to another one. This is going to be Guitar Hack's Primal Scream, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a photograph to go along with it.
All right. So
scream away.
Here's the rant. So, as you all know, I do a weekly Thursday night show every Thursday. Been doing it for a long time, and I have guests on. Every single show that I put up, before the show even airs, I get a warning symbol saying that that show is not going to be suitable for ads. This is
They've got a crystal ball.
This is they have a crystal ball. Every show before the show even airs. So then I do the show, and then what happens is when you have that your show's not suitable for ads, what you do is you request them to review it. So you click a button and you wait for them to review it. So what happens is the show goes up, no ads can be shown on that show, and then about 3 or 4 days later, if anyone was to watch that show, they've seen it. And then I'll get an email from YouTube saying, "Oh, you know what? That show was okay. Now we can put ads up." Okay, so here's the deal. Now, this isn't a rant because I'm losing ad revenue on one of my shows, because honestly, the ad revenue we're talking about is maybe a nickel. Okay, it's the principle of the thing that they do this not on the odd show. I'm talking every single show. The show I did last Thursday with Howie Simon. Yeah, there must have been a lot of drug smoking and cursing going on, because that show was not suitable for ads up until today. I got the email that, oh, by the way, that show's okay.
It was that line of coke that you did right after the opening bid. That's what did it.
That's right.
Hitting that bump right there before when you went live.
Here's the funny thing: if you go on YouTube guidelines, right, like what they deem as unsuitable, it would be stuff like, human sacrifice, like swearing, like dismemberment, all these things, right? And I'm like, I'm just a guy talking to another guy about gear and guitars and stuff, and we're laughing. But in the eyes of YouTube, everything that I put up live is evil until they review it 3 or 4 days later and decide, actually, wasn't that bad. So that's
hey, we reviewed your video and there wasn't any human sacrifices in it, so we're going to go ahead and let it go up.
I don't know what we were thinking, so I guess the show's all right. Yeah. So again, it's got nothing to do with lost revenue. Believe me, I'm talking about pennies. But just the fact that they do it to every show. And have I complained? Yes, I have. What has that got me?
Nothing.
On their shit list.
On the short shit list.
Yeah.
I'm on the shit list.
And now it's like when this hack dude puts out a video, instantly take that shit down.
That's right.
No money.
Demonetized.
For you. No soup for you, hack. No soup for you.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my rant of the week. Well, I'm on the YouTube shit list, so there you go.
YouTube shit list.
Well, at least it's a two-way street.
Right.
Yeah, I tell you.
You're on theirs and they're on yours. Or something like
that.
Golf clap.
Golf clap. Good rant, hack. Good rant.
All right.
Good rant. I think that's pretty much the first time that the term human sacrifice has been uttered on the live wires. And there's been a lot of terms uttered.
St. Thanos.
For the win.
For the win. Hands down the best term that's ever been coined on this show. St. Thanos.
Best metal band name ever. I just imagine Cartman. Why is it today? Flames are shooting out of my ass.
Ski gas and can.
Ski gas hand. That's what all our viewers are doing right now.
Right.
Okay, moving right along. So, new bit, news, tattoos. We've got a little news for you all this week. A little bit of news is that our good friend, the Reverend Willie G, has a book coming out, which I'm buying.
Yeah.
New book's called, it's coming out June 9th. You can pre-order it now. There's going to be a link in the description after the show. It only has 3 chapters. Life, cars, and guitars, because what else is there? So the book takes you backstage into Billy's life, which, by the way, lives in Las Vegas. Check out his pad. Dave, I was telling you, his pad reminds me of your pad.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then chapter got the life. So you get to learn a little bit about Billy, like we don't already know. And then there's a chapter on his cool cars, right? And then there's a chapter that's the pearly gates, by the way. I want you. I want you
You and me both.
Right. Yeah. So all kinds of cool photos
Right.
On it.
of the cool cars and some other Billies. I mean, dang, look at that. Look at that gold top on the bottom, dude. It almost ain't got nothing left.
That's got to be a 50, 54, 53, 53, 54. That's when they went to the. No, that's a new tailpiece on that.
Right. And then it tells you in the book what these guitars, besides seeing it, it tells you which tracks they were played on.
Oh, cool.
So, which is kind of neat, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I just thought it'd be kind of fun. So anyway, it's called Rock and Roll Gearhead. Comes out on June 9th. You can order it right now. I got a link to his website. And from there, you can find the different places that you can get it. But of course, Amazon or any online book retailer person will hook you up.
Cool.
With the Rev Willie G.
And if you haven't seen the documentary, that little band from Texas.
Oh, that thing's great.
Have a look at that. It's on Netflix. It's amazing.
Yeah, I watched that. In fact, the night we talked about it on the show, I had watched it. You had watched it.
Yeah.
And the night I talked about it, my brother-in-law emailed me or messaged me the next day on my phone. He said, dude, I stayed up all night after the show to watch that. And he goes, man, that was freaking killer.
Yeah.
Really good. Really good.
Actually, real quick, also on Netflix, I saw another really good music documentary on Clive Davis. Now, if you don't know who Clive Davis is, he's responsible for pretty much most of the modern music in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and currently. And he's worked with just about every top name act you can think of. And it's a really good documentary.
Is he a producer? That name is familiar.
Clive, no, he's not a producer. Clive Davis was ran the Arista Records. Started off, I believe, with Columbia, then Arista Records, and he's just like the biggest. The guy just has a very ear for picking talent and picking songs, and he's made like Whitney Houston was his discovery. He's just discovered a lot of really super. Janis Joplin, man, that's how far back he goes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Just a really, really interesting ride his whole life. How he got into that. It's just really good. Really interesting.
This one's on Netflix too.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember the name of it, but it's Clive Davis, so you should be able to find it.
Yeah, you can search Netflix. It's searchable. Cool. All right, I'll look that one up because there's not a whole lot on TV I haven't seen already now in the last 2.5 months. I've watched it all.
I will say this: if you guys are into like the military kind of thing, the Tom Clancy, if you like that, and you have Amazon Prime on Prime Video, there's the Jack Ryan series. The wife and I started that yesterday. We're about 5 episodes in, and it's a really good series.
Yeah, Jack Ryan, Hunt for Red October.
Right, but this is like Jack Ryan modern day.
Yeah, so he's moved on in life. My favorite
he's
Storm Rising.
So the guy that plays Jim, what's his name, Cranston or whatever, the guy that plays Jim in The Office is Jack. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Krasinski.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Krasinski. Thank you.
I can't really picture him as.
He does a pretty good Jack Ryan. Believe it or not, he does a pretty good Jack Ryan.
I'm gonna have to check it out now just because of that. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Check it out. Yeah, it's a good. So far, it's a really good series. So.
Yeah. All right, boys and girls, you know what time it is. It's time for Live Wires Trivia. Raise your hands to rock. Is Crowbar here?
Yep, Crowbar's here.
Crowbar's here.
Okay, we can start.
Oh, by the way, don't we have a sponsor for tonight's trivia?
We do. We have a sponsor and a prize, as a matter of fact. So our good friend Don 2 and 3 chord jams, has been digging through his box of goodies and liquidating the stuff that he no longer wishes to gear with. And so this is what, third week in a row? Or
Third week in a row, yeah.
3 weeks for Don. Thanks, buddy.
So
Don, you're a superstar, Don.
Tell them what we have tonight, Vanna.
So this is the old 1980s version of the CS2 compressor sustainer, the 3-knob. This is a Japanese, a black label, Japanese made Boss CS2. These things are rock solid, bulletproof.
Yeah.
And it's really worth it. I mean, street value right now is about $120 to $150. And I'm saying $120 to $150.
Yeah, besides being good, it's collectible at this point because it's made in Japan.
Yeah, it's made in Japan. So Don, thank you so much. You're a freaking superstar to keep giving away your stuff you're not using.
Appreciate it, buddy.
These are super good compressor sustainer pedals.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is what we're playing for tonight, gang.
There we go.
So we're playing for the real deal tonight, boys and girls.
Yep.
So, get your thinking cap on, stay off the Googles, and let's play.
It'll be tough one, guys.
No Alexa. We're on the honor system. No Alexa.
We raised the bar a little bit this week. It's gonna be tough ones this week.
Yeah. Now we're rotating who goes first. So this week it's my turn to go first. So first question. Are you ready? On the biggest selling live album of all time, Frampton Comes Alive, Peter covers a Rolling Stone song. Name it. Waiting.
Waiting.
Quentin says I win. Yeah, no, that's not the name of the song. Oh, Crowbar. Jack Flash. It's the last song on side 3.
Crowbar's probably sitting there with that.
He's like, oh wait, I'll reach over here and get it. And look, oh yeah, it's Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Crowbar probably went for a beer, came back, sat down. No one's got it yet. Here.
Got a sandwich. Right. Dave, you're up.
Who is credited for creating the very first electric bass guitar? Who has that credit?
I told you we were going to raise it a bit.
The Dank Savage says Krell is sacrificing chickens to get an edge.
Not Fred Travers. No, it is not Leo Fender. No.
Oh.
No, and no.
Right, go take no.
You get him stoned so far.
This is a tough one. It's actually an artist.
Yeah, he's a bass player that you know well.
Yeah,
famous, extremely famous bass player.
Extremely famous bass player.
Extremely famous. Not Paul McCartney, but almost that famous.
No, it is not
James.
Not Paco.
Not Paco. No.
He's in a band.
Gene Simmons.
Not Gene Simmons. It's not that.
No.
Better bass player than Gene Simmons. A little bit, just slightly.
Count Basie? No.
Come on. Just somebody start naming off famous bass players from the biggest bands in the planet, and somebody's just sure to land on it.
No, not White, not Jameson.
British Invasion. British Invasion. No, not Paul Burton.
Not John Paul Jones. Nope.
All right, Fruitcake Tony's thinking he's getting close. Crowbar's getting close. There you go. In that generation.
No, you're so all around it.
Yeah, you guys are all around it, but you're not hitting it.
Not John Entwistle. Nope.
Duff McKagan.
It's in that generation, though.
The entire time. Flea.
Okay, guy. I'm going to give him a clue. It's in that generation of John Paul Jones and John Entwistle. In that Jack Bruce. In that generation.
No, it was not Satan Zanus.
No, not Geezer Butler.
Not Geezer.
Not Tim Bogert.
God, how can they not guess? At this point, we've told them who it is. Should we say the name of the damn band?
Oh, did I really stump somebody with this one?
You did.
Holy
Steve
cow.
Harrison, not Sean
Hey.
Deacon.
10
Nope.
more seconds. 10 more seconds, and then we're calling it. No answer.
Nope, not Chris
Nope.
Squire.
What's the initials of the band? Give them the initials of the band.
TRS.
TRS. And a band member might have been previously shown in the show.
Maybe.
In this show.
Roger
In this
Glover.
show.
Nope.
Like
In
10
this
minutes
show.
ago,
Like 5
there was a
minutes ago.
guitar player in this show.
Half face.
Woo!
Half face.
Yeah.
Okay, remember that part we said about don't use Alexa? We lied. Use Alexa. We'll be here all night.
It was Bill Wyman. Bill Wyman ripped the frets out of one of his basses, and this was in like 1961, wasn't it, Brian? I think because I put the. I'm trying to find the.
Oh, hell crap. I just edited mine down to the answers.
I just got the answer.
I was going to let you read the part that you had. I'm already 3 pages deep. My copy's a little different than yours.
Remove the frets from a bass to produce a fretless bass in 1961. Ampeg then created the first production fretless bass in 66. Fender did not produce one until 1970.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow. Well, I wonder what after he pulled the frets out, I wonder what he filled it in with.
Cold.
You got markers.
I'm positive he didn't fill it in with Coke. Unless when he was on stage during the song, he'd go and snort a fat line.
Filled it in with fire.
Imagine Bill goes up like
Jimi Hendrix. No.
Keith looks back. Hey, that's not a bad idea.
See, heck, this is why YouTube takes 3 days to monetize your shows because they have to watch it to see if there's stuff like this in there.
That's right.
We have this. We're only to question 3. We're going to run a little long tonight, boys, but that's okay. We're having fun.
Right. Okay.
All right,
Actually,
Hack, you're up.
actually, this is another Rolling Stone based question. Before joining the Rolling Stones, which British blues great was Mick Taylor playing with? So before Mick Taylor joined the Rolling Stones, he was playing with a very famous British blues band.
Very famous.
Very famous.
Oh, there we go. Gus.
Oh, Gusty. Good job, Gus. He got it right off the bat.
Yeah.
All right. We got a 3-way tie. 3-way tie. Crowbar,
right.
half ace, and Gussie. All right. I'm up. Number 4 on Bob Seger's Live Bullet LP. Track 1, Nutbush City Limits, is a cover song originally performed by who? And I will say this, it's a duo. Nutbush City Limits cover song. Bob Seger played it. Who played it first?
Oh,
Your
well,
Crowbar, you got Crowbar, you got half.
got half.
You got half. I gotta have both. I said
Gotta
duo.
have.
Little duo.
It's a duo.
Duo. I Katina for R2. I Katina Turner. Nutbush City Limits was their original. All right, good job. Dave, you're up.
All right.
4-way tie.
4-way tie. Okay. This one might be a little easier for some of you, may not. What was the very first year production of the humbucker pickup?
First year of the humbucker. So not a P90.
Nope. Oh, Gussie Wells.
Boom. Gussie just took the lead, homie. He snapped those last 2 up just like
Yeah,
there
he
was
did.
nobody even had a chance to get in there. He was like, I know this.
1957.
1957 is the correct answer. So I assume that was in a Gibson guitar.
Yes, that is known as the PAF.
Right.
Which
You know what I learned this week? That PAF is trademarked by Seymour Duncan. No, it's Seymour Duncan. No, it's DiMarzio. So he has a pickup called the Path. You cannot name a pickup PAF.
Wow.
So, and that stands
Gibson.
for patent applied for.
But Gibson invented it, but they don't own they can't come out with a pickup that they call the PAF anymore unless they pay a royalty.
57 was when it first showed up.
57. All right. Good job. Gussie is in the lead. So we've got Gussie 2, R2, Half Face, Crowbar 1. We are down to number 6. Hack, you are
All
up.
right. All right. According to Billboard, what was Foreigner's only #1 hit? Foreigner's only #1 hit, according to Billboard magazine.
This would not have been the first 5 guesses, at least, that I would have made. Not even close. Jukebox Hero, Hot Blooded, no. Hot, no.
Crowbar got it.
Got it.
Crowbar just tied the game up.
Yep.
The ballad, I Want to Know What Love Is,
That's correct.
which is actually a really great song.
Yeah.
But that's not one of my favorite Foreigner songs by a long shot.
No.
All right. This one's hard, I think.
It is hard, but good.
Number 7, Spirit of Radio by Rush, Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix, and U2's I Will Follow You. I Will Follow. Excuse me. The title of the song is U2's I Will Follow. All make use of which unusual instrument? Spirit of Radio by Rush, Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix, U2's I Will Follow. All make use of which unusual instrument? I will say this, Neil Peart played it on Spirit of Radio, and Jimi Hendrix played it on his own album, and the producer for U2 played it on the U2 song. Not a kazoo, not a flute, not a
sitar.
Sitar.
Not a xylophone.
I just told you Neil Peart played it.
Not
So-
bone. Nope.
So that's kind of a hint that it might be some type of percussion instrument. Xylophone is in the general ballpark area. We're having xylophone come up, but xylophone is not the correct answer.
No, Quentin, it is not.
No, it's not that. It's not the Jizrite J-Rag. There it is.
There it
That
is.
is to tie up the game. Ladies
Tied
and
it up.
gentlemen, the answer is glockenspiel, which is one of the most fun words to say. Glockenspiel. Everybody with me say glockenspiel.
So now we have
Glockenspiel.
a tie.
Three-way tie.
Speaking of
All right. With
Pedal
the,
is still up for grabs.
yeah, still up for grabs. So with the success of Fender's solid body electric, Gibson immediately set out to work on a solid body guitar of their own. What was Les Paul's contribution to the design of the Les Paul? What part he designed? One part of the Les Paul. What was it?
Can I guess?
No.
Volume knob location.
that's right.
Nope. It was not the headstock. It was not 2 humbuckers. You got to be more specific, Dan.
Oh,
Crowbar.
Crowbar wants the pickup. So here's the deal. Crowbar now has the lead. Unless Gussie or Half Ace get this last one, he's going to take the pedal home. If they do, we're going to need a tiebreaker.
Yep.
Okay. So be thinking of a tiebreaker just in case. Hack, number 9.
What was the name of Nazareth's original gravelly voiced singer? Nazareth's original singer. What was his name?
Was he the guy that sang Hair of the Dog?
Mhm.
Hair of the Dog. Yeah. He had a good voice.
He had a great voice. Yeah.
He also played bagpipes. Do you know that? He played bagpipes.
Did he?
Yes, he did. He played bagpipes on Hair of the Dog.
Oh, it's taking some time.
But Bear knows the answer. He's like, I know. Bear's like, I know. Ow, 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 ow. Daniel Boone. No. Yodel Yazerman.
No.
They're gonna have. There it is. Tim got it. Dan
McCafferty.
All right, that makes Krellbar the winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Another one.
All right, Krellbar, what we need for you to do is email us at the Live Wires Show. So there's 2 S's, the Live Wires Show at gmail.com with your address where you would like to have your new pedal shipped. And then we'll tell Don, because he's handling all of it, because that's the kind of guy Don is.
Thank you, Don.
Nice to have a prize.
Krellbar is giving it away.
Oh, Krellbar wants to give it away. Okay, Krellbar, you want to pick one of the other people that got some answers right, or you can pick who came in second place. Well, that's actually a tie. That's a tie between Gussie and Half Ace. Right. So you guys could, you want to flip a coin, Krellbar? Why don't you flip a coin and decide it that way or something?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Half Ace says he actually does need one, Gussie. Do you need one? Because we don't want to cheat you out of it. If you want it too, we'll flip a coin. Let us know, Gussie. We could pick a number.
Okay, Krellbar's saying, hang on.
He's going to flip a coin.
He'll flip a coin.
All right.
No, Gussie says he has one, so.
No, okay, Gussie has one already. So let's let Half Ace have it. Okay, he says I'm dying for one. So there you go. You got 2 right. Krellbar don't need it. Guy who wants it, needs it's going to get it. That's the way it works.
There you go. All right. So shoot us an email at thelivewireshow@gmail.com.
He's flipping the pick.
He's going to flip it anyway. So cool. All right. That's good, man. Awesome. Good job, guys. Good job. All right. That was fun. All right. We got one more bit for you. But before we get to the last bit, we're going to do our final goodbyes and shout outs and all that kind of stuff. So what do you boys have coming up this week? I know, Hack, you've got a really cool guest coming up on your show.
Yeah, folks. Thursday on the Hack Show, a returning guest, somebody we all know, real cool dude. I'm going to let it be a mystery for another day or so.
Well, we'll give him a hint because it's like they'll never guess. It's somebody that's been on this show.
Someone he's been on this show and he's been on the Hack Show. And he's been on this show twice. He's probably been on the Hack Show twice as well. So
definitely a good friend of the show.
Yeah, he's a great
friend of the Live Wire.
Have not had him on my show at least for like a year or more. So looking forward to it.
That'll be good.
8 o'clock.
Dave, you got anything?
Yeah, I actually have a video coming out in about 20 minutes. So
okay.
You better get on that.
Huh?
Cool.
You better get making that video.
It's already done. Dude, I was uploading it. I was uploading it the first half of the show.
Takes me 20 days.
I actually recorded it I finished recording it about 5 minutes before Brian sent the link. I just watched it back.
Oh, okay.
When Brian sent the link for tonight's show. So that's I was editing it while we were in the green room.
Yeah, we're gonna need a Glary update here pretty soon on the Live Wires.
Yeah, I'm gonna get cracking. I'm gonna get cracking on that here.
Your weather's getting dry enough now. You can do some.
Well, it's already painted. I had
it all done.
I had a repair that I had to do, and I had a couple things happen, and it just is what it is, and so hopefully my repair works. If not, then I'll have to back up and punt again. So we'll see.
Well, I just had a video come out today, little A/B challenge between my tube amplifier Friedman and the Friedman that's built into the Helix. Little comparison just for fun. Something to do while you're stuck at home. So if you guys want to check that out, there's links to all of our channels, by the way, if you're not already subbed to all of us, which I think probably most of you are. But
you just reminded me. I had a video come out today too. Justice Will Be Served. Check it out.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
It's another jam video by PGH Live Jams. I have his link in the description of my video. Justice Will Be Served. Check him out. He does some great live jams. Support his channel. He's doing some live jams. Sorry, he does a really good backing track. So give PGH Live Jams a
And
sub.
by the way, my video is a live jam, by the way.
Oh, it is cool.
Wow.
Finally. All right. And
All right, boys and girls, we're good. Go ahead.
Have an awesome week. We love you guys. Thank you everybody for coming out tonight. As always, we appreciate you. If you guys weren't here, we wouldn't be here.
That's right.
So, love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Brian, take us away.
Rock on, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're going to send you out with our new segment called Wild Side, which is our album of the week. So I'm going with Cheap Trick at Budokan, my personal introduction to Cheap Trick, which, by the way, I have said album right here. Which it's cool because even though it's one disc, it was a fold out like a double album, which was kind of neat. So the story is on this album, it's kind of unusual. It was made in Japan on 2 nights in Tokyo. It was only supposed to be released in Japan only. It turned out to be such a big hit. They actually held up their next studio album to rush it into Canada and the United States. It went to #1 in Canada. It went to #4 in the United States in 1979. So I'm going to play one of my favorite tracks off of this. It's a little bit of a deep cut. But I'm going to send you out tonight with Cheap Trick at Budokan, Big Eyes, and I hope you all enjoy it. Let me make sure I share the audio this time. All right, here we go. Enjoy.
You think about how stupid things were in this business. We had Live at Budokan, which is a huge album around the world, blah, blah, blah. It was only for our Japanese fans, but then the thing did so well.
Yeah,
And then
our manager's going, don't worry, nobody's ever going to see this. It's just for Japan. The cover sucks, I know, but don't worry, you guys. It'll never get
I
out
think it's the
anywhere.
best freaking cover there ever was.
It's like the biggest live record.
I know, it's like...
Suddenly it's like Peter Frampton.
It's not the way you look, no, no. It's not the way you are, girl. Your eyes are something good. You know the cream and blade. It's not the color of your hair. Big eyes, I keep falling for those big eyes. They keep talking about the big eyes. I keep falling for those big eyes. They keep talking about the you're such a losing cause. Why don't you go get lost? Who says you like us? Why don't you go get lost? Come on, get out of here. Big eyes, I keep falling for these big eyes. They keep trolling my day. Don't hurt my feelings.